Here we are, the 2024 Mustang GT Premium, 5-liter V8 that makes 480 horsepower. And let's take a quick look at how absolutely awesome this redesign is. Oh my gosh. You can see my red EcoBoost right over there, and this makes me seriously want to get this car. You get 4-piston, huge Brembo brakes, front and back. I do like this car with the spoiler on the back, but it's okay. This still looks really good. The back end has an awesome redesign as well. This one does have the active exhaust on it. And let's go for a drive and see how this thing feels. I absolutely love how this interior looks. The gauge cluster is on the old school Fox body design right now. If you go to the little Mustang button and click cluster theme, we're able to change it in several different ways. There's sport, and track, of course, is my favorite. So this one is for sale for $55,000. And just before we go for a drive, big thank you to Chanel from Mark, Fick, and Ford for giving us this vehicle to review. Check out the website using the link in the description. And well, if you don't buy it soon, I might, because this thing is an incredible, incredible car to drive. All right, here we go. So first of all, right on this steering wheel here, you're able to adjust your drive modes nice and easy, which I really like. Let's go ahead and throw it in track for this drive. And guys, the 2024 Mustang GT, it is a bit pricey, but it is just such a great upgrade from the previous model S550 Mustang GTs. I think it sounds 10 times better. The interior is 10 times better. And that's one of the big things about these cars, because Mustangs, or really any American car, is known for just, you know, having a good engine, a great sound as well, but it seriously lacks on the interior until now. Now, this one does not have the drift brake down here, but that's okay. We're not going to be drifting the brand new GT today. We will one day, I promise. All right, let's do a little acceleration right here to start it off. Wow, oh my gosh, it does not get old. And listening to that V8 sounds incredible. You can opt for a active exhaust on this thing. It's a little bit more than a $1,000 option, and that gives you the quad tip exhaust in the back instead of the dual tip exhaust. Either way, both sound great, but I really do like the option of being able to, you know, start this thing in quiet mode, or let it just scream if that's what you so choose to do. This thing is also comfortable enough. It feels like you can just corner this beast, and you absolutely can, by the way. But also, if you just kind of want to comfortably get to work, I mean, you can do that too. This is a great mix of everything. Now, yes, you still do get the exact same 5-liter V8, but it does make 20 horsepower more from the previous version, which is nice. It's not a whole lot of power gains, but I am happy with that, because the 5-liter V8 that's in Mustangs is a great platform to do anything you want with it. If you keep it stock, I mean, you can still abuse the car, and it's gonna last you a long time. If you want to boost it, if you want to throw a supercharger on it, any modification, maybe you just want to do E85 and make 500 wheel horsepower, it's up to you. These things are just so friendly to do anything that you want with them. It is absolutely awesome. And just having this new interior, this new exterior, this brings the Mustang to a whole new level. Now, considering this thing does cost $55,000, you also have to, you know, you can get a GT 350 from 2017 to 2020. That's an option as well. But I don't know. You get the 10-speed automatic in this thing. You get that the GT 350 does sound fantastic, but this one does sound really good too. It's really just about the amenities that you get in this interior. It is awesome. I mean, a Mustang with ambient lighting. Like, guys, who would have ever thought that would have been possible? You really don't need to have the windows down. Like, that's how good and loud this V8 sounds, and that is exactly what you want from a Mustang. I did drive the 2024 Mustang EcoBoost, and that just didn't offer enough to me. If I bought a 2024 Mustang, I have to go with this. That looks just like the Scat Pack we reviewed. I wonder if we actually just see the cars that we review all around when we drive. That happens a lot. Oh man. Downshift. All right, we're gonna try out the turning radius here. And that is, yep, that is just enough. Very nice. Wow. I mean, it just sounds incredible. Guys, I already reviewed the GT350, but something about this 5.0 with this exhaust, the active exhaust, makes me say this sounds better than the GT350. I know how absurd that might sound to you, but I genuinely do mean that. It sounds so mean and growly. Take a listen. Wow, wow. And this thing is sufficiently fast as well. If you're gonna be driving on the road and not taking this to a track, I mean, again, you really don't need more acceleration power than this has to offer. Going on the interstate or just on a back road with this thing and letting it ring out is going to be an absolute blast. We've done that on this channel, and that was one of the most fun days I've ever had, just taking this car on some back roads and letting it ring out. Oh my gosh, it's so, the whole thing flows together so nicely. Let's test out those brakes. Ready? Yep, just fine. Again, 4-piston Brembo brakes front and back, and this car weighs just under 4,000 pounds. So yeah, it's a little bit heavy. But this isn't really supposed to be like a Porsche Cayman, obviously. This is something that you can easily daily drive. With this interior amenities that you get, the heated and cooled seats, the heated steering wheel. Let's just put that on right now. Changing the ambient lighting inside of this car. One of the most responsive infotainment systems I've ever used. You get valet mode in there. It is just, the whole thing is, I give it like an 8 out of 10 for being in the $50,000 price range. All right, let's take off a little bit here. Wow. And this car definitely feels very heavy. Like you can feel it like just pushing the 4,000 pounds. But again, this thing has enough power to do it very easily. It sounds, it feels, it moves just like a muscle car and looks just like a muscle car. With the S550 being more of like a sort of a smooth, curvy design, this one is much more of a true to the muscle heritage of Mustang, which I am definitely a fan of. This is, oh, it is the definition of a Mustang. Absolutely love it. So, I mean, should you buy this thing? Yes, if you have the money, 100%. There's a lot of options in the $50,000 to $60,000 price range, but with this interior, it really makes it a bit more competitive with a car like a BMW. And by the way, BMWs almost all have inline-6 engines. You do not get the sound that this one produces in a BMW, which makes this a lot more appealing to me over a BMW. Again, to each their own there. Be open-minded, by the way. Don't be closed-minded when you have a car. Some people just choose a brand and they hate everything else. Well, you're missing out on a lot. So, all in all, guys, I think the redesign for 2024 for Mustangs is absolutely amazing. If you're considering buying this vehicle, you will not regret it. If you are down to spend the $50,000 to $60,000, depending on which trim level you get and what you add to the car, this has so much to offer, and I could not imagine getting tired of this car ever. This is one of the best sounding cars I have ever reviewed, ever. I seriously do mean that. Better than the C7 Corvette, better than the C8 Corvette, arguably better than the GT350. Now the C8 Corvette looks, I think, better exterior design wise than this one, but the redesign is still really good. You can see my 2016 Mustang EcoBoost right there. Driving this one just makes me really want to freaking go in debt and get this thing. It is an awesome package. Let me know what your favorite thing about this car is, design wise. Is it interior or exterior? And then of course, I already know, I'm sure you guys are gonna absolutely love the engine. If you have not ridden in one or driven one yet, trust me, it is better than I am even making it sound. It shifts well, it sounds phenomenal, and it absolutely moves this car. The downshifts, you even get a nice little pop as soon as you downshift, and then you floor and hear that thing absolutely roar. So many interior features and amenities to go over as well. Make sure you check out the full review I did on this car, going over all the features of this thing as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to Mark Fick and Ford, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.